Hi, YouTube family. We are here for the recap of our live stream. Today's recap is for Narcs Love Corruption. And we're going to start off by telling you, actually, I forgot to mention this in the live stream, that narcissists love corruption because they love drama. They thrive on drama. They relish drama. They love it when things are crazy and everything is upheavaled because that just gives them life. They have very little that actually invigorates them. The drama actually excites them. So what more drama do you want than corruption, right? They live within this corruption, this corrupt mind think, you guys. And we all have seen this before because narcissists do not follow rules, right? I mean, they follow certain rules and they expect others to follow rules so long as those rules benefit the narcissist. So rules in society are great because for the narcissist, because they keep us in line, to keep us in check, right? They make sure that we do not cross the narcissist rights or boundaries and all that. But it doesn't apply to us for the narcissist. So if the narcissist believes that they can take advantage of you, they will. Rules will not matter. Laws will not matter. If they can lie, cheat, and steal from you to benefit them, then those rules no longer are valid to the narcissist. They will consider it as bending the rules and not necessarily breaking the rules. Although some narcissists don't mind saying that they're breaking the rules because they just don't see that they're held to the same rules that we are. So for the narcissist, they have separate rules for us and for them. And we've seen this because they will make up rules as they go. And part of the way they make up rules is they'll change the definition of words, right? Or they'll change the restrictions. For example, if they tell you that they're going to meet you at 1 o'clock and then they show up at 2:30, right? And you tell them, wait a minute, you said you were going to show up at 1 o'clock. What the heck? Why? And then you leave, of course, right? After 30 minutes, maybe even an hour, you leave. You figure they're not coming. Now the narcissist sees you as having abandoned them, standing them up, that you didn't stick around when they said that you agreed to meet them at 1 o'clock. Well, they show up at 2:30. So what's their excuse? Well, they said 1-ish, right? No. They told you 1, but now they've changed it. Now what they're going to say is that they told you 1-ish. And you're like, okay, even if you agreed to 1-ish, 2:30 is not 1-ish. Well, in their minds, 1 would mean sometime afternoon, right? Sometime in the afternoon. So 2:30 is still in the afternoon. So therefore, they're still correct and you're still wrong. This is the way narcissists see the rules. They'll tell you one thing and then they change the meaning of it. They'll even change the meaning of the term, of the time, and then they incorporate some other understanding that isn't really true. They love word salad. I've heard that before, where they just throw words around to make, until there's so many words, what you thought meant something no longer means that. So now 2:30 means sometime in the afternoon. And so since you didn't stick around, you could have shown up at 2 o'clock. They'll start telling you, why didn't you just show up at 2 o'clock? That's still in the afternoon. I would have been okay with that. And you're like, what? What the heck? No, I don't have an hour and a half to sit around waiting for you. And they won't see it as that. They'll just think, hey, I thought you said you'd be okay meeting in the afternoon. So when you leave now, this rule pertains to you. You stood them up. You're the no-show. You left. You didn't stay. When they came at 2:30, you weren't there. So it's your fault. Or here's another example. If you tell them to meet you at 1, and then later on tell them, and you're 15 minutes, say you show up at 1:15, they're going to be mad at you. Because to them, 1 means 1. And in this instance, where they happen to be there, and you were not there promptly at 1, like they were. So now suddenly when you say, well, it's 1-ish, no. That does not work for you. And if you say, well, it is still the afternoon, no. That does not work for you now. That only works when they use it for their benefit, right? When it serves them. So here's the other deal. Narcissists love it when they can get away with a crime. And whether it's a crime that's, against a legal crime, let's say, they'll love it. They think that's great. If they were able to steal something and get away with it, it's theirs. So say they robbed you and they took, I don't know, whatever cash out of your wallet, right? They took $50 out of your wallet and they go and they spend it. And you catch them. You're like, hey, I want that money back. And they're like, well, no, it's already spent. I can't get it back. It's already spent. And you're like, well, wait a minute. You can still earn other money, or when you get $50 later on, you can pay me back. And they're like, well, no, I'm not going to do that because it's gone already and I can't stop that. I can't undo that. They think that somehow they're these legal experts. Oh, and by the way, they also believe that they would be great attorneys representing themselves. There's a saying that says, a fool who has an attorney, wait, how does it go? Sorry, guys. A fool who represents himself has a fool for an attorney. Or a man who represents himself in court has a fool for an attorney. So the narcissist, though, actually believes that they are the smartest person in the room and could be a better attorney than a real attorney who knows that they're lying, who knows that they've cheated, lied, stole, that they committed the crime, they're totally guilty. But they think that this attorney is not going to do a very good job getting them off. And the whole point of the court of law for them is to beat the system. It is not about justice. It's not about fairness. It's not about seeing justice done. It's about seeing the narcissist win. So if they're on the other side and they are wanting to sue somebody, if they're the victim, then they're going to want to win. But if they're the perpetrator, they're still going to want to win, right? They still believe that they should be winning, no matter which side of the court they're on. And they may not even be the victim. If they're the supposed defendant and they're coming after you because they're saying that you did something to them which you did not, they still expect to win. Because you know what? To narcissists, facts don't matter. That's another corrupt thing. Facts don't matter. Evidence, facts, none of that matters. You could have a court case where there's DNA evidence, there are 60 witnesses, for example, of a case that's kind of currently happening, where the defendant gets off because of a technicality. That's exactly what the narcissist is looking for. They are looking for a technicality. They know they're totally guilty. Everybody knows they're guilty. Their own lawyer knows that they're guilty. But they believe that the system is there, and they're not interested in the intent of the law. The intent of the system is to put the guilty behind bars. It is not to look at technicalities and allow the guilty to walk. But that the narcissist will use that. They will use those technicalities to be let off. Another thing that narcissists love with corruption is that they actually believe that the people they cheat, steal from, commit crimes against, deserve it. The people they do this to actually deserve it, because those people in the narcissist's eyes are stupid. And if those people are so stupid to allow the narcissist to take advantage of them, then they deserve it. Also, the narcissist doesn't care about their victims. They just don't. They don't understand. They're not empathetic. They have no sympathy for their victim. They don't understand that they just destroyed their victim's livelihood or life, right? All they can see is their own life, their own livelihood. How will they get money? But when they look at you or their victim and they see that they robbed you blind to the point where you are destitute, you don't have anything left, they'll just say, well, I'm sure you'll bounce back. I'm sure you'll figure it out. You can claim insurance. You can rebuild, right? But if somebody did the exact same thing to them, holy moly, right? Then those people are the criminals and the narcissist is the victim. And even though this could happen to the narcissist, and maybe has happened to the narcissist before, they cannot transfer those feelings onto what they're doing to you. They cannot see from the perspective of their victim, even if they have experienced the exact same thing the victim has experienced. Because in their minds, they see that the way they experienced that tragedy was far worse than what you're experiencing. And at their hands, that is. So if you're experiencing the same tragedy at their hands, they're going to minimize that tragedy and let you know that they're somehow still the victim and that they deserved whatever it was they got from you. Because somehow they were, they'll make up whatever excuses, oppression, they were oppressed, they were taken advantage of, they were hurt by other people. It's like, yeah, then why are you taking advantage of an innocent person? So narcissists just cannot see that the rule of law or that the justice system is there for justice, for fairness. That means across both sides, like both sides are required to play by the same rules. The narcissist actually thinks the justice system is there to make life better for them. And when it doesn't, though, right, because there are a lot of narcissists that get caught and are incarcerated. When it doesn't happen and they get the law coming after them, then they see the justice system as unjust because it's taking them out of the system. It's taking them out of their intentions for their life, right? Their whatever path that they were on of destruction. They don't see that that was actually justice, putting them behind bars or catching them or requiring them to pay some kind of a fine for breaking the law or for hurting somebody else. They can't see that. They think in those cases the justice system is unjust. And so they'll fight it. They'll fight it tooth and nail. But then they'll use the exact same rules against another person that commits the exact same crime or offense against them. This is the corruption of the narcissist. And another point, a big one, is that they love to surround themselves with other corrupt people, because other corrupt people will go along with them. They have the exact same kind of morals. They twist rules and meanings and until they come out ahead. They will twist whatever scenario it is until they come out the victim, and the person they committed the crime on is the perpetrator. If the person they commit a crime against comes, retaliates, say they go up and they cause the fight and they start pushing the other person around and they start yelling in the other person's face and they start, just shoving the other person, and the other person shoves back. Oh, no. Now the other person has committed a crime against them. The other person has assaulted them. But all their yelling and spitting in that person's face, all their threats, all their, even their touching and pushing the other person, they will not see that that is assault. They'll just see that that's them taking out their frustration or voicing their opinion or letting the other person know that they're upset. Yeah. But the other person is not allowed to retaliate, not allowed to protect themselves, not allowed to defend themselves. You guys, this is the corrupt mind of a narcissist, and they love it. They love corruption, and like I said from the beginning, they love it because it gives them so much drama. So stay away from people like that. When you see somebody who obviously shows preference for criminal-minded people and crimes being committed and telling you that the victim deserved it, run the other way. All right, you guys, that's my recap. I hope you enjoyed it and I hope it helps you. Have a great day, and I will see you next week.